Afghanistan is entering yet another very interesting phase of its history. A chapter is closing. The Taliban have re-emerged after over a decade of the most intense kind of military pressure. They're still there. They are stronger than ever. And that means that Afghanistan, the country, will once again have to face the coming decades in terms of how politics shapes up. You will have several forces at play. You will have Afghanistan's Taliban elements, you will have other non-Taliban elements, particularly non-Pashtuns, because Taliban are basically Pashtuns. You will have the foreign powers, because the great game which was played in the 19th century between Imperial Russia, Imperial China and Imperial Britain, that game is still being played with slightly different players. So you have China, you have India, you have Russia, you have the United States, Pakistan and Iran. I would urge each one of these powers to pause and think of history. No power has been able to go into Afghanistan and rule it. No power has been able to. Some of the greatest powers of their time, the British, the Russians, have not been able to do it. That is number one. It's a very heavy cost and the Afghans pay that cost. Number two, these powers have to understand that Afghanistan has suffered, I think, in a unique way, in a terrible way for the last few decades. The Russians, then the Americans, all these foreign powers being involved in Afghanistan, schools blown up, villages being blown up, homes being destroyed, separated, millions of Afghans living abroad as refugees. It is time for the world to unite, to help Afghanistan recover its economic, its political, and above all, to reconstruct a situation where they can live, ordinary Afghans can live ordinary, decent lives and be able to make their lives in the future. The world owes them that. We respect them, we honor them, but we demand too much of them.